Not really sure what's going on right here, but it's downtown. Hello and welcome to today's vlog. We're gonna go over some drone stuff. Okay, so one of the things that you guys sometimes ask me is how I'm able to get the drone footage shots in some of my videos, and especially for you, maybe you guys just got a drone for Christmas, but you just want to know exactly how the legalities work when it comes to getting drone footage. So I'm gonna go over that, just my process. Keep in mind right now, this is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney, but this is how I legally fly in the area, especially in restricted zones. So we're gonna go over that. Getting in the drone today, we're gonna be flying the DJI Mavic Air 2. That is my drone of choice lately, just because of its compact size. There are a lot of great drones out there. The same concept applies for all. So we're gonna go through the first thing, which is it's strongly suggested that you get your Part 107 license. I am a Part 107 pilot. That opens up a lot more doors, including making money off of your drone footage. In order to make any type of monetary value off your drone footage, you need to have a Part 107 license. I don't know, you guys let me know down in the comments. If you want, I can do a whole video on how I prepped and prepared and obtained my license. And if that's something you guys want to see, I'll do a video on that. Let's get started. So we are in downtown San Diego right now. Just San Diego in general, as far as airspace is concerned, this is what you're dealing with, and I'll throw it up here right now. It is very difficult to fly in San Diego. I guess the only good advantage is that once you figure out how to fly in a very highly restricted area, when you get to other open areas, it's really a breeze. So we're gonna go over all the apps I use. This is to legally obtain clearance to fly in controlled airspaces. One of the common mistakes I see from new drone pilots is that they are loading up their, for example, their DJI app, and it says cleared for takeoff, and they just assume they're good to go. That's not always the case. So it's really important that you obtain and know how to obtain the clearances and where you can and cannot fly. So before you get started, you're going to want to download the app before you fly, and I'll put the link in the description down below on how you can find that. And you basically just open it up, it'll know where you're at, and immediately it'll tell you controlled airspace. With that, you can say view details, and what you want to be concerned with here is look at that get lance, right? That's just a common term for lance, and it already tells you permissible altitude for authorization 100 feet. So that means that I can request permission to fly the drone up to 100 feet through this system. But it's not just through before you fly. So if I were to say get lance, it's gonna open up another program app that I downloaded that's called Airloft. Airloft is what's gonna allow you to apply for that clearance. And you need to fill out that information ahead of time, all your personal information, if you're Part 107, all the legal questions it wants to know. Ultimately, what it's trying to do is make sure that you're being responsible and you are held responsible should something bad happen. From here, I can see that there is a airbase that's 1.29 miles. That's gonna have its airspace. I'm not gonna be anywhere near that. Obviously, I'm gonna be within line of sight. Scripps Mercy Hospital, which is also approximately 3 miles away. I'm not going to get anywhere near that. So I'm just going to go through and make sure that there's nothing that could be in harm's way, right? So if you look at, for example, you look at here, it just says 1.7 miles away. Here it says Class B airspace and says more. It's controlled airspace, low altitude only, effective 24 hours a day. Obviously, it's a major airport, the San Diego International Airport. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the top, and you can see this get authorization at the top here with the checkbox, and you're going to put get authorization. Are you flying recreational or commercial? You're going to go Part 107. How high do you need to fly? Well, we know that 100 feet is going to be the maximum that we can fly in this zone, but I'm actually gonna shorten this zone here. Go down here, you can just basically press, hold, and drag. Okay, so it's letting you know in the green, eligible for auto approval for 100 feet. I know that I'm not gonna be flying west, I think it's gonna be west of the stadium. I'm pretty much gonna be flying up and down J Street here in downtown San Diego. So I can actually bring this closer about here and bring this in because I don't see myself going out of Park Boulevard. All right, let's just say that we have a buffer here because we're not going to be getting too many shots at this location. This is just for the example. I'm going to click next. Lance notes and their authorization, when and how long. So it's going to be right now, duration. It shouldn't take us much more. I'm going to give us 45 minutes. Actually, we'll do 30 minutes. Press OK. I'm going to say next. It says pre-check results, basically letting me know exactly my effective time, double check the time, double check the date, when my start and end time is, and then I'm going to click next. It's got all my information on here, my Part 107 pilot number, all that kind of stuff. Obviously your phone number and your personal information will all go inside of here. So just pay attention to that. Agree and submit. Okay, so I have a Lance number. It starts in 3 minutes. I'm going to get the drone ready. Always something, my little ND filter came off right before flight. Make sure you guys do a really good pre-flight inspection. You don't want anything falling from your drone or anything like that. So put this bad boy back on. So you'll also receive a text message from the Lance stating that it's been approved, and that's something you got to pay attention to. One thing to note through the DJI app is that it's saying that this is an authorization zone, so you need to get authorization. We already have the authorization, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do from here. All right, so now what we're going to do is once we go to take off the drone, it's going to tell me that I need to unlock this zone. So I'm going to unlock. It's going to say I'm qualified to fly in this area. I agree, full reliability. I agree to upload DJI device hardware information. It's basically saying what drone you have that's part of your account. So then you say okay. Okay, so now that we have the hard part done, we have 30 minutes of flight time. Well, a little bit less because I was explaining some stuff, but we're gonna get some good drone shots of San Diego and Petco Park up to 100 feet. Now, one of the things that I did do is I go in and I set my controller to make sure that my drone will not fly above that ceiling. So check out this footage. I typically try to go out and batch shoot a whole bunch of drone footage that I can use for later videos, so that's what we're going to try to do. So I'm going to go to a couple more spots and hopefully show you guys some drone footage. If you have questions about anything that I just explained, just leave them in the comment section below. But let's go have some fun. It's been a while since I've been down here. I almost want to grab the camera and get some of these old fishing boats that are still operational, but they're just cool looking. I think we can get some good still shots. All right, so I got to do it. The boats look too incredibly amazing right now, and there's people working on them. I think we can get a few good still shots. So we're back at the bike. We're going to grab the camera, and if those turned out well, I will show them to you right now. But once I get done with this location, I plan on shooting up the coast a little bit and maybe getting some beachfront. Supposed to be some very big waves today, so I'm hoping to, I don't know, maybe we'll catch some surfers in the water. Okay, now on to our final location of the day. So I wanted to bring you to this final location to fly the drone today. It's called the Cave Store. It's in La Jolla. And the reason I wanted to bring you here is because there are different rules that apply depending on the area that you're in. And some require you to have that clearance that we went over earlier. And then now I'll show you how to identify areas that are just open, where it changes your altitude. You can get some different flying in. I mentioned that the waves were going to be big today, and yeah, they're big. Check these out. So more oftentimes than not, I mean, this is a great area all around for aerial photography, to fly the drone. You got this little area right in here, little gully. Some things you're gonna have to be aware of when you're flying in these type of conditions is obviously the waves are rising higher than the level that you think you're at, so you don't want to drown your drone. But we're gonna go up to this platform right here and then we'll launch the drone. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do, like we did before, it's gonna be the Before You Fly app. We click on this, it sees where we're at, and it says clear for takeoff, right? It doesn't have anything on here that shows that we need any type of special permissions. There's no active advisories, so we are good to go. We don't have to apply for the same type of LANC approval that we did before, which means our altitude ceiling is now going to be 400 feet above ground level. So let's fire up the drone. That's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's cinevlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, you learned something. Let me know in the comments below, do you have a drone? Do you plan on buying a drone? If you're licensed, I'd like to know that too. But until next time, you guys ride safe, be safe. We'll catch you on the next one.